So hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And yeah, I've been gone for a while, but well, I'm back and that's really all that matters. I was on a stream with Izukage and everything, but I haven't been doing much. So yeah, I decided I'd come back with what if Naruto had time warp. And I think this is going to be pretty interesting because I haven't seen any other YouTubers do this. And yeah, so let's get right into the what if. So the story starts just like it does in canon Naruto, but this time it's a bit different. So Naruto, he's just a little kid. He's walking around like the area, and so he sees Hinata. He doesn't know Hinata yet, but he sees Hinata, she's getting bullied and everything. And yeah, so he decides to do what he does in canon and tries to go help her out. And so, those bullies, they're gonna beat up Naruto as well. But, Naruto doesn't care. He tries to defend Hinata. And so, he throws a snowball at the bullies. And the bullies look at him and they're like, yeah, what is this guy trying to do? And so they decide to target him. And so when they come, they try punching him, but as their punches approach Naruto, their hand just stops moving. It's kind of like Gojo's Limitless, like the way he surrounds his body with it. And no one can touch him because their hands slow down as they try to touch the area around him. So it's kind of like that, but it's kind of different, but it's mostly the same thing. So as they tried to punch Naruto, their hands would just stop and freeze in midair, and Naruto wouldn't know what's happening because he doesn't know about these time warping powers that he has in this what if. And neither do the bullies, so, he tries to, kick, and his, foot also gets just, stuck in the air. And, Naruto, he's what's going on? And so he just, tries punching the bully, and the bully just gets, thrown back. It wasn't a strong punch, but he just falls, because, both his hand and foot were stuck in the air. And so the other boy, after seeing this, he decides to just run away. And as he starts running, the other bully starts running away too, and they all start running away because they don't know what Naruto's capable of, and they're creeped out, so they run away. And yeah, Naruto helps Hinata up and then goes away. And yeah, so we skip ahead until Naruto's older, old enough for going to the academy and everything. And he's basically forgotten about what happened with the bullies and everything, because he didn't know he had time warp abilities. He didn't know he was the one who stopped the bullies, but yeah. So basically, in his first day at the academy, he was excited. He just ran to school, and as he was running to school, he realized that he was running really fast, almost as if he was in time-lapse video or something. He was going fast, but not a normal sort of fast. Everything about him was looking like it was double speed or something, and it was looking unnatural, and he was in a rush, and he didn't realize this, but he actually was using time warp to speed himself up, but he didn't realize he could do this. So yeah. So as he enters the classroom, everyone's oh, it's Naruto. And people mostly just ignore him. And he sits down at the back of the class, and first day of school goes terrible. Absolutely nothing happens. And that's basically how it goes on for the rest of his time at the academy. And he's always really bad at everything. So yeah, we're gonna skip over to the final exams for the academy. And so for the written part of the exam, he's not like smarter or anything with time warp, but what does happen is as he's running out of time, he's like, I need more time. So he both like makes himself faster and kind of like slows down time passing as well. So he actually gains himself a lot of time doing that, which kind of gives him a higher score, but it doesn't change too much. Yeah, I mean, he realizes that time seems to be passing kind of slow, but he doesn't really realize. I mean, yeah. So afterwards, after all the stuff like the kunai throwing and everything, it's time for sparring, and it's time for him to spar with Sasuke. And you guys all know the rules. It's like in the circle, if you get knocked out or something, you lose. So, they start. Naruto knows he's gonna lose. And as Sasuke comes in, dashes in, just tries to punch Naruto, his fist slows down and gets stuck in the air. And so he doesn't know what this is, but Naruto doesn't they both realize that just happened, but they don't really mind it. And then Naruto throws a punch, and the punch is weirdly fast. It's just a really fast punch, and neither of them know why it was so fast, but that was a strong punch, and it knocked Sasuke back. And Sasuke got hit pretty hard because he wasn't he was confused after his hand stopped in the air. He thought it was some sort of jutsu, but in the distraction, Naruto was able to get in a free hit. And so Naruto realizes that something's going on, but Sasuke is also aware of it. So Sasuke goes in again, this time with a kick. And once again, now this time actually his kick doesn't freeze in the air, but he after he jumps up into the air to kick Naruto, he starts slowing down, going into slow motion. And this time Naruto knows there definitely is something going on. The thing while going to school on the first day, the thing in the exams, the thing with the bullies. He must be doing something, and he doesn't know what it is, but there's definitely something going on. And so yeah, Sasuke starts slowing down in the air, and Naruto sends another one of those super speed kicks, and Sasuke just gets knocked right out of the ring. And yeah, all the Sasuke fangirls start booing at Naruto. They're like, how did this happen? This is cheats or something. Sasuke is just slowing down midair. This isn't possible. But it is possible because this is a what if, and anything can happen in a what if. So they're disappointed. I really don't care how Sakura feels. And yeah, after that, Naruto passes the exams because he just got a little bit more points than in the original, and he passes the exam somehow. And yeah, so before Naruto comes back the next day to learn who his sensei and everything is gonna be, he wants to know what that time warping ability of his was. And so first things first, when he gets home, he decides to try this out. He's like, what can I do? And so he tries running, and he really thinks hard of running fast, speed up, and it works. He starts running 2 times faster, 3 times faster, and he keeps getting faster until he loses control of it and bumps into the wall and makes a dent in it. He'll have to ask Hiruzen to fix that up, but it doesn't matter for now. And he's amazed. He can speed himself up. That's already really cool. But now for the next test. He throws a book up in the air and tries to slow it down. And sure enough, the book starts falling down normally, but then it starts slowing down, down, and when it's like 1 inch away from the ground, it just completely freezes in the air. And Naruto is completely like amazed by his abilities. And so yeah, for the rest of the day, he keeps practicing his abilities, and he learns some new stuff, but I'm not gonna reveal it until the bell test. So the next day, he goes to the academy. Everyone gets their senseis. Teams are announced, and everyone goes off, meets with their senseis and everything. But Team 7 is just sitting there waiting because Kakashi is not coming, and Naruto is just like completely bored out of his mind. He's an impatient brat. He might have time warp, but that doesn't change his personality that much, at least yet. So he gets really bored. So he decides, why not use his new abilities and test them out and all that stuff. So what he does is he speeds time up, and he like keeps speeding it up and up and up and up and up until like time starts passing by really fast. Like every second is a minute, or like even faster than that. And so Kakashi, for him, in his perspective, arrives in like 2 minutes, but for everyone else it was like 2 hours. So he kind of has an OP move. And yeah, Kakashi arrives finally, and he tells everyone to meet him on the roof. And so basically, Naruto, he walks up to the roof. He doesn't want to do any of that speed up stuff yet. He doesn't want to reveal his abilities at all. And honestly, the introduction and everything, that doesn't really change for Sasuke or Sakura. Sasuke is gonna do his emo stuff or whatever, and Sakura's just gonna do her love Sasuke thing. And yeah, there's nothing new there. But Naruto, well, actually, he didn't change either. He's just learning. He has some really cool abilities, but that's not gonna change the fact that he wants to become a Hokage. Yeah, so actually none of them change. And Kakashi tells them, yeah, meet me tomorrow, and also don't eat. And everyone's like, why shouldn't we eat? And Kakashi's like, or else you might throw up. And Naruto's like, I'm strong, but I don't want to throw up right now. I'll just not eat. And so he doesn't eat. And yeah, the next day, they all go to do the bell test. And once again, Kakashi is not coming. But Naruto can use time warp, so he just speeds up time. And Kakashi appears instantly. And he sees that everyone else is really bored, so it must have taken Kakashi a while. Yeah. So Kakashi comes in, announces the rules and everything for the bell test, because they don't know what the bell test is. And so he says there's 2 bells, you have to take them, and if you guys take them, you pass. If you don't, you don't, and only 2 of you can pass. So Naruto finds this fishy, but he goes along with it. He's not any smarter in this what if. And yeah, so they all go to hide, except for, you guessed it, Naruto. He's just standing in the open, and Kakashi's just yeah, so he's not even gonna hide. Oh well. And so he just starts reading his book, and Naruto's and he just immediately activates time warp and speeds himself up and dashes straight for the bells, not even gonna attack Kakashi. He just goes right in for the bells. And I can't stress enough how much faster he is when using time warp. Let's say you can run 20 miles per hour, and like Usain Bolt can run like 40 miles per hour. If you go 2 times faster, you're basically faster than Usain Bolt now. Like, and that's just 2 times faster. If you go like 4 times faster than your original speed, you're like going 2 times faster than the fastest person alive, which is like super, super fast. And these are ninjas, so it's gonna make a huge difference. And yeah, so he just dashes in straight for the bells, and Kakashi's like, what the heck is this speed? Like, this is like really high, like Jonin level speed. Like, this is, I can't catch up with this. And you know, he barely dodges, and Naruto almost touches one of the bells, but you know, Kakashi's impressed. This is like some crazy speed. And yeah, so Kakashi's like, what's going on? And Naruto's already smirking. He's just like, yeah, if I already almost got the bells now, then I'm gonna have like no trouble getting them on like later on. And so yeah, Naruto just like goes straight in for the same move again. But like Kakashi's not dumb. He's not dumb. So he's learned, and he like manages to dodge this one. And so Naruto realizes that he won't be able to beat Kakashi like this. And Kakashi, he's like still reading his book. And so now Naruto knows he's actually going to have to like do some stuff. So what he does is he starts slowing down Kakashi's movements slowly but surely, so that Kakashi doesn't realize until it's too late. And he's gonna speed up his movements, his own movements, at this like same rate. So he keeps getting faster while Kakashi keeps getting slower. And so, you know, Kakashi doesn't realize this is happening at first, and all Naruto's gonna do is distract him. Just like coming in, throwing in a punch, running back away, and then like 5 seconds later he's gonna come in and like punch him again. You know, every time Kakashi's having more and more trouble like blocking the punches, because every time Naruto's coming in with more speed and more strength, and eventually it comes to a point where like Kakashi's like really slow and Naruto's going at like God speed, just like boom, 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 like the Flash just dashing around, constantly coming in and punching him. And Kakashi is like about to get punched, and Naruto like almost dashes for the bells, and he like touches them, but he like almost gets them, but he can't. So Kakashi, he realizes he actually has to take this seriously, and so he like takes off his headband, revealing the Sharingan. And yeah, that's when things start getting serious, because now Kakashi's kind of OP, and Naruto didn't see this coming. So Naruto has to change plans, and now Kakashi is going on the offense, and Kakashi is not weak at all. So Naruto is like about to lose, because Kakashi's just like absolutely comboing him. Naruto's getting destroyed, and Naruto realizes it's now or never, and so he uses his uses his ultimate move, and he shouts, Zawardo! No, I'm just kidding. This isn't JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but he slows down time to the point where everything just stops. Like, time completely stops everywhere, except for, well, for him. So it's basically Zawardo, but stronger, I guess. And so he just walks up to Kakashi, takes the bells, puts them in his own pocket, and resumes time, like just right back from where it was when he left off. And so Kakashi, well, he lands the punch, and Naruto gets flung into the tree. The tree basically breaks from the impact, and Naruto's like heavily injured from the fight. And Kakashi's like, yeah, a genin shouldn't be able to be this strong, but well, okay. And so Naruto's like, he's smiling under the tree, and Kakashi is confused at first, but then he's like, you know, he checks on the bells to make sure they're safe, and then he realizes they're not there, and then Naruto, he just like reaches into his pocket and smirks, like pulling out the bells, and Kakashi's just like bamboozled. He's like, when on earth did he take these bells? Like he can't remember a single time when he could have taken the bells. And he can't, because Naruto basically froze time. There's no way he could have, understood. And yeah, so Naruto, he had to let Naruto pass. So yeah, Kakashi just let Naruto pass, and well, the entire team, because if Naruto passes, the rest of the team does have to pass. He reviews that, the whole thing about only the 2 people pass is a lie, and Naruto was kind of expecting it, but he didn't put any thought about, how a team of 3 is gonna happen. But, yeah, he's like, yeah, that makes sense. And so, yeah, they all pass, and they all become Genins. And so so after the first bell test, Kakashi, before they even start doing any C rank missions or D ranks or anything, so Kakashi goes up to Hiruzen, and he's like, this Naruto kid, he has some really crazy powers. I have no idea what he can do, but he's really fast and really strong. And Hiruzen's kind of expecting this, because Naruto is the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, but this isn't because he's the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Actually, I'm not sure why he has Time Warp. It's just this weird ability. Maybe because Minato had the Flying Thunder God. I have no idea. Just I don't know. You come up with something for yourself. And yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with the Nine-Tails, the Time Warp abilities. And so yeah, Kakashi just says, you should keep an eye on Naruto. So anyways, after that, Team 7, just like in the original, they start doing a bunch of D ranks, just finding cats and stuff. And Naruto, this is really easy for him, especially with Time Warp abilities. He can do a single one in a single minute. But he has to do it with his team, and he doesn't want to reveal all his abilities. So he kind of just goes ahead, does the mission, and before the rest of the team can even arrive, he's like, yep, I finished it, just hard work. Yeah, so they just keep completing D ranks just day in and day out, and everyone gets bored of the D rank missions, and rightfully so, because they're just completing them too fast, in fact. And so Naruto goes up to Hiruzen the next time, and he's like, give us a C rank mission. Okay, we are too good for these D ranks. And Kakashi basically told Hiruzen Naruto was strong, and Hiruzen was gonna give him a C rank anyways. So he's like, yeah, honestly, you can have a C rank mission. I don't care at this point. And this C rank mission is the Tazna escort mission. And so Tazna comes out all drunk and everything, and he's mumbling stuff these guys can't even fight. And Naruto, honestly, at this point, he's he would he's kind of enraged. He's just confused, enraged, not confused. You get the point. He's pretty mad at it. Why do you think I am terrible at fighting? And so he's just he shouts out why do you think we're so bad? We're really good ninja, we can escort you. And they don't know they're gonna be ambushed and everything. So we know how to walk. We have legs. And yeah, so the next day they meet up at the gate to go to the land of waves. And Tazno's not drunk anymore, and they all go out. But that is where I'm gonna finish off this part of what if Naruto had Time Warp. See you next time.